Another week, another hack.
God damn it! I hate this hacking crap.
What a pickle. Now, if you recall in our last episode, we went deep on flash loans and the hacks they enabled. And I came to the frustrating conclusion that everyone needed to man up, take the beating, and move on. Accept it as just one of those things. The hackers doing their job of keeping developers on their toes.
Take it like a man.
Fast forward a week, and yet another protocol got hacked, but this time not with a flash loan, but with what looked like the mother of all Chad arbitrage moves. And this time, it was Pickle Finance, one of the innumerable food-themed DeFi protocols that sprang up during this most saucy of DeFi summers.
I'm saucy with it.
The Pickle token saw some predictably huge gains back then, soaring 1,800% from around $4.50 to $85 after a Twitter interaction with none other than Vitalik, who was moved to praise its governance model.
I'm saucy with it.
And at the time of recording, it's trading around $10, but who knows where it'll be by the time you actually watch this.
It's a mistake.
Now, Pickle's main draw are its jars, which are a cloned version of Yearn's version 1 vaults. So there's a connection with Andre Cronje already, but what's really gotten people talking is that following the hack, Pickle and Yearn agreed to a merger. And it seems like this is actually part of a major play to establish a powerful block of DeFi protocols. Now look, this story's been covered widely in other media, of course, but here at the Defiant, we try and find a different angle on a piece. And it just so happened that as I was reading a particularly caustic analysis of the news from Autism Capital, I stumbled across this comment from the delightfully monikered Futt Buckerson, who said,
Wi-Fi holders understand that governance is entirely a LARP, and Wi-Fi is a valueless token. But we are happy to put our fate into the hands of the goats, Dr. Dre and Banteg.
Dr. Dre, and boom, out of nowhere, a completely crazy idea dropped like a needle on a...
Oh shit! It's time for that new school pickle trip! Yo, gamblers, get your chips out! We're gonna throw some vinegar on it! Get all up in that sour!
DeFi developers, you know they are the OG. Cronin West on fire, you know he get that mad yield. I give my props to these cats, they're the illest, yo. MC Yellow Boy, what's the deal?
Evil pickle jar makes up with 20 million. Be a bad bomb villa with crypto minions. Cracking codes and modes, just burn them. I pinch a soul for your vote, you can't earn them. Can't be selling me dreams for your runway. Can't be telling me schemes, you're no Kanye. It wasn't flash loan, it wasn't good code. You're in a pickle like Dillo smothered in G mode. 8 little things, 7 floors, 6 back doors, 5-second timer, 4 ways to withdraw. And now I'm feeling so free about the money they stealing. 12-hour time clock, but everyone's sleeping. And everybody's like, oh, you know. And all the cash like time to go. White paper telling me no. Maybe I'll put it back later. Protocols.
All my devs out there listening, the message is cleaner. So hear me when I say you better go audit your code.
Audit your code!
Cause the apes gonna ape like it's hardcore bit break. Way too fast, money gone, no way back. Angry apes not implode.
It's not where I wanted Pickles to be.
And the chat, well, it did implode. Big time. As you'd expect. People were mad. Believe it. So, you know, normally in one of these videos, I will call up someone with their finger firmly on DeFi's pulse for a quick chat and a bit of deeper insight. So this time I called Cooper Turley. He didn't want to chat. Not this time. Turns out the boy's got skills.
Pickle. Pickle. Check. Cool. I don't even know him. Another flash loan and they gone in a moment. And now they all frantic. Call up your banter to save all your antics. 20 more gone. These honest can't solve, but nobody's on. 200 IQ to reverse one wrong. Why that's a wrong, so DeFi responds. It's time for a merger. Take an exploit and make it to a learning. Yearn is evolving. Swallow your yield and Polychain knows it. Look, you know what it is. Pickle finance, live to let live. Nurses all flustered and so are the chimps. Evil jars, what the hell is this shit?
Now there's one person who's become always the poster child for DeFi at its most pure this year. And he's a rare one because unlike many, he doesn't hide his identity. He's not anonymous. And despite all the strangeness surrounding Eminence, on more than one occasion this year, he's proven himself to be the man with the plan. And this time, was no different.
Yo. So this is a story all about how the pickle jar got twisted upside down. But in crypto, you know nothing ever really dies, cause not every loss you make it gets realized.
Now wait a minute, all you blockheads creeping up. This is how we do it on the blockchain. Big bets. Maybe the pickle was sweeter with every bite. Missing nothing on the real game. Double team, bantang. So we don't know what this phase is. We filling holes with different gauges. We see them losses and we play this, bailing out the party with an M&A playlist. DAO, they got their hands on the figures, but left a few of them harders, or shaking, beaten and triggered. And yo, I see that wallet and it's painful. All this sneaky shit, disgraceful and it's shameful. Andre, tell me what's the deal? Andre, tell me what's the deal? Andre, tell me what's the deal? We gonna purge or we merge? Tell me what's the deal?
Yo, we need some perspective on this situation. This DeFi jibber jabber needs proper explanation. Camila, truth dealer, whosoever you are, I'm talking Russo, what's your take? You're the DeFi star.
The Yearn and Pickle Finance merger shows an interesting trend of consolidation in DeFi, which makes sense that at some point after you have this explosion of new protocols and platforms, the bigger fish will start to eat the smaller ones to increase efficiency and, well, to become even bigger fish. It's also one of a series of partnerships between Yearn and other players. Yearn recently merged with Cream and partnered with Hedgic. So what we're seeing is Yearn Finance becoming a huge multi-purpose, multi-function DeFi bank or non-bank with automated investment, insurance, options, and lending. For Pickle, it's a nice way to recover after its recent attack. The rise in its token price shows Pickle holders are happy about the move.
Andre, tell me what's the deal? Andre, tell me what's the deal? We gonna purge or we merge? Tell me what's the deal?
So the Pickle exploit was fascinating, mainly because it didn't lean on a flash loan exploit, but something even more advanced. And the subsequent merger has proven to be just one in a sequence of such deals. Yearn Finance has now partnered or merged with at least 6 different DeFi projects, 3 of which have been announced in just the past week. SushiSwap, Acropolis, and Cover were the latest protocols to combine forces with Yearn, while mergers with Cream, Pickle, of course, and a partnership with Hedgic were announced in the past 2 weeks. Now look, they will all continue working separately, each with their own token. The difference, though, is that the automated investment strategies of Yearn, Acropolis, and Pickle, Sushi's AMM, Cream's lending and borrowing, and Cover's insurance products are now all interconnected and leveraging each other's offerings. Legos. Don't you love them? The question is, I do love a pickle. What have we learned through all of this?
So this is the end of the tale. What happens when protocols fail? To protect retail whales when hackers derail and prevail, your codes throw that on scale. And I don't want to diss your intellect, but I do think it's time we reflect that again the Mr. X architects who neglect to get code-checked and collect fortune for projects from subjects who lack the selective ability to check the predilection, to take their own direction, chasing their directions, fall on their knees to respect and reflect their anonymous directors. Well, that is the fastest way I know to get wrecked.
So it worked out this time. You got lucky this time. But I won't always be an Andre. A white hat to come to save the day. He's the hero we never asked for. Electric warrior, the McLaurin, but they say Andre. You say this is the way.
That's the sound of the SEC inspector. They coming in, they coming through, they coming like corona to disinfect ya.
And if the source of information upon which you are reliant turns out not to be trustworthy, remember, Defiant.